Hey guys, so today's Christmas Carol is the 2022 animated film Scrooge: A Christmas Carol, where Luke Evans voices Ebenezer Scrooge. And I think I honestly really like this film, and the main reason is that it tries to go is really an upgraded version of the story, because it tries to be more unique than Mickey's Christmas Carol, 2009 Christmas Carol, and 1999 Christmas Carol, where it tries to be faithful to the story but try to do his own spin on it, especially from the beginning, because it's more colorful and lighter and more upbeat. And of course it has musicals in it, which I mean, it already happened before. I already seen it with Spirited, but they use it, but they like this, and of course, Spirited used the song to tell the story, of course. And I thought it's they making it more colorful and more uh comedic. And also, Scrooge has a dog now named Prudence, who I thought was a fun addition to the story. I thought it was an interesting inclusion for Scrooge to have a dog. And I like how they were setting up Jacob Marley, because he wasn't just introduced through the door, he was kind of being set up and foreshadowed throughout the film, because there are blue ghosts of floating around when Scrooge arrives in the film, and there's you hear the blue light go, Ebenezer Scrooge, and sometimes Scrooge goes like, huh? Then oh, never mind. And I also thought the song tries to go uh further with how Ebenezer Scrooge hates Christmas, especially in one scene where he looks at a window and sees people happy at Christmas Eve. But Scrooge is not pleased and feels angry and disgusted by it, to the point where he sings a song about his hatred for Christmas, but which will lead up to his interaction with Jacob Marley, and that before getting visited by ghosts by 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and 3 a.m. And I thought the setup was really good, and I thought the way they did it much differently than the previous ones that I reviewed is very entertaining and unique. And I like how Scrooge's reaction is more actually more makes more sense than he did in the other movies, where he goes like, oh, okay. But when after his interaction with Marley, Scrooge just goes after before he meets Paz, he goes like, this must have been a dream. There's ghosts. They don't exist. There's no way. Though still has a feeling that they might be real, and tries to make sure that at 1 a.m. And it turns out the ghost of Christmas past arrives, and Scrooge is having a freak out for a bit, like knowing that this is real. And I honestly thought Ghost of Christmas Past was very entertaining. I thought she was a lot of fun, and same goes with Christmas Present, as unexpected as it is, considering that he was in the previous movies. But both of them were pretty entertaining. I liked them a lot, and 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 the way I like how they do the portal sequence. I thought the way they did it was not only well animated, but has a lot of great colors and unique style to it. And the way they die was very drastically different. Where with past she kind of breaks apart, and and with present he burns. He goes into flames, which introduces the ghost of Christmas yet to come. and and I thought uh when everything gets resolved, I thought he again Scrooge being happy is a lot of fun to see. And I cannot talk about review this movie without talking about the musical numbers, which all of them are really, really good. The first one, of course, is a good introduction to the film. But the second and third one, where the one with Scrooge, ranting about Christmas, was a really good song. I really thought it was a very phenomenal song. But the Goodbye song by Isabel and Scrooge was incredible. Not only visually, it looks perfectly animated, but especially with what was going on, and part of this timeline is breaking apart, and which lead up to the death of Christmas past. But the way the lyrics and the energy, the actress and Luke, Isabel's voice actress, and Luke Evans for Scrooge, that is very not only amazing but also very powerful too, with how much heart they give to these songs and performance, especially with Isabel's heart being sad that Scrooge is not caring about Isabel and focusing more about the stuff that he can't find. And Scrooge really is on her side, even she doesn't see him, the present Scrooge. I thought that song was incredible, and of course the song by Christmas Present was also very energetic and a lot of fun and listen to. And the one where uh Giles song and celebrating the death of Ebenezer Scrooge, which I thought was kind of interesting that Scrooge is doesn't know that they're celebrating Scrooge's death and believes that they're celebrating for what he like maybe had done good things in the future. But and I thought the song that they were performing was very catchy. Yeah, and the scene where Scrooge sees Tiny Tim's funeral or Tiny Tim's death, uh, that was pretty interesting and kind of sad too. And the scene where Scrooge sees his grave and Jacob Marley arrives for a bit in this movie, which I was surprised to see more of Marley. Uh, I mean, again, I've seen a lot of Marley in Spirited after he visited Clint. But this one was very interesting to see more Marley after haunting Scrooge. Um, and I thought the animate and that scene with Scrooge's grave, I thought that was a very great scene and very phenomenal way for Scrooge to finally redeem himself. And the animation looks really good. It has the quality of a Netflix anime film, but it has well rendered, well drawn, and the characters look great, especially on Scrooge, Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Isabel. They and Prudence. They all look really good, and I like the colors and the backgrounds and the way that is designed, the places and the stores and the houses, they look really good. I really like the way they were drawn. I thought they did a good job at it. um And I thought the humor in this was funny in some scenes, especially with Christmas past and Prudence and present. Um, so overall, Scrooge and Christmas Carol is a phenomenal adaptation of the Charles Dickens story, and I'm glad I saw it today. And hope if you've seen it, you liked it. Merry Christmas, Luke Evans. Say stay tuned for tomorrow, where we're gonna get Scrooged.